When you come at my company, you come at me. When you disrespect my company, you disrespect me. So screw DanTDM.
The Lunchley drama never stops. Just yesterday, I made a video covering DanTDM's response to KSI's Tantrum. And knowing KSI, I figured he wouldn't let it go that easily. But I still hoped it'd be the end of it. Guess what? KSI just can't stop himself from talking about Dan, can he? Recently, during a boxing match between Slim and Gib, KSI got on stage to, you guessed it, cry about how Gib is supposedly trying to take down KSI's boxing company, Misfits. By the way, his beef with Gib is fake. It's all staged to promote the event. And between his tantrum about Gib, he managed to drag Dan's name into it again. KSI went off, calling out Dan and saying, "Screw DanTDM."
When you come at my company, you come at me. When you disrespect my company, you disrespect me. So screw DanTDM.
Like, seriously? I'm pretty sure he only did it to get people talking, but honestly, it seems like Dan is living rent-free in KSI's head. At this point, I wouldn't even be surprised if he called out Dan to a boxing match.
Who's excited to see Slim knock out Gib? Yeah, well, screw Gib.
Honestly, it's pretty funny how, as soon as KSI said, "Who wants to see Slim knock out Gib?" he stood there waiting for the crowd to go wild. But guess what? That didn't happen. Instead, the whole audience just booed him.
Who's excited to see Slim knock out Gib?
And yet, he still kept going and said, "Screw Gib," before launching into a whole round of complaining.
Yeah, well, screw Gib. This man has been coming at my company for months, saying that he wants to take down...
Okay, KSI, we don't care about your company. Move along.
Misfits, like he did with Kingpin and Social Gloves before. But as soon as I defend myself, I'm seen as the bad guy. A similar situation happened with Lunchley. DanTDM, he came at my company, I defended myself, and I'm seen as the bad guy.
This is getting embarrassing at this point. KSI, a full-grown man-child, got on stage to cry about a single tweet Dan made 2 months ago. Like, you can defend your company all you want, but here's the thing, you didn't defend it. You started a one-sided fight with yourself, and you've been at it for 2 months straight, and counting. Now, let me be clear. I have no issue with KSI defending his company Lunchley, but he wasn't defending it. He was too busy attacking Dan.
That's right, you and me, right now, we're having it out. Let's go, come on, come on.
Instead of obsessing over Dan, maybe he should have addressed the actual problems. For example, remember the whole moldy Lunchley situation? Did he address it? No. Did he try to defend it? Also no. Why? Because he was too busy attacking Dan. And even later on Logan's podcast, did he talk about the issue? Nope. He was laughing about it.
Yeah, like I like my cheese moldy, bro.
Yo!
KSI is just a straight-up clown at this point. He wanted attention from Dan so bad, but Dan didn't give him any. So what does he do? Keeps bringing the topic up again and again and again. Go defend your clown behavior, KSI, you man-child.
How is this fair? When you come at my company, you come at me. When you disrespect my company, you disrespect me. So screw DanTDM and screw Give.
Here's a thought for KSI. Just make a better product. If you want people to like your product, it's simple. Make it good quality. Instead of throwing a tantrum on stage, maybe take a minute, check your product, test it, and work on making it better. But no, crying like a clown on stage is apparently much easier than putting effort into a quality product. And let's be real. KSI is clearly more interested in seeking validation from Dan than actually focusing on his company. He's doing all of this for Dan's attention. That's painfully obvious. Then he has the audacity to wonder why people see him as the bad guy.
But as soon as I defend myself, I'm seen as the bad guy.
In my last video, I covered Dan's response, and guess what? He was laughing about the whole situation. He doesn't care. He made one tweet and moved on with his life. It's not that deep. Dan even said it was funnier to not feed into it and just watch it happen.
I think
It was
it's
just-
more as well, like I
love
couldn't be
school
bothered to
hierarchy.
like fight. Like he loves the whole back and forth. That's what the whole boxing stuff's
what he
about.
wants,
Like I
isn't
get
it?
it. I understand it. But it was funnier to not feed into it because
It's just
you
exhausting.
just watch it happen. It was fun.
Was it fun
It was
just to
fun,
sit
yeah.
back and...
It was funny.
I just didn't get it, man. Oh, it was so funny as viewers.
He
felt,
got like
wasn't it?
so. I think the thing it was just crazy how because you didn't really go from that badly. You were just like, I think it's a bit of shit,
Yeah.
and he just like
I didn't,
lost
yeah, I
his
didn't feel like
mind.
I went in that badly.
You
Maybe
really
the do
didn't.
better was quite harsh, but
Let's put this in perspective. On one hand, we have a guy, Dan, who donated $310,000 so, gosh, patients can play video games. And on the other hand, we have KSI, a guy who got so offended by a tweet criticizing his company that he's still talking about it 2 months later. Honestly, I don't think KSI is stopping anytime soon. Also, has anyone noticed the guy standing next to KSI? Like, look at his face. Why is he acting like KSI is dropping some life-changing speech? Why is he making that face? He's sitting there like KSI single-handedly saved both of his companies from Dan, or like Dan was really out here trying to destroy KSI's company, and KSI just heroically stood his ground and saved it. But in reality, KSI is throwing a whole fit over one tweet Dan made 2 months ago. The entire boxing event was a clown show. KSI came on stage to tell his little sob story. The crowd booed him, and he still kept talking like anyone cared. Anyway, that's all from me. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, see ya.